Guys, what do you say we start with some good news today? Yes, good news. No, you're not listening to the wrong show. This is Howard Real. It's Real Truth. Yes, your daily fiasco. But today we're going to start with a melange of good news because you deserve it and I deserve it. Item from CNBC.com. Stocks hit record highs on Monday and were on pace for their fourth straight gain as the so-called Phase 1 trade deal between China and the U.S. clears the path higher for Wall Street to end a banner year. This has been the thing that personally I've been looking for all year, said Kim Forrest, founder of Bouquet Capital, referring to the trade agreement. Increased trade is going to allow companies to start spending again on capital expenditures that had been frozen, and most of those are technology purchases. Tech shares rose more than 1% and hit a record, led by a 4.2% jump in Micron Technology and a 4.4% gain in Western Digital. Goldman Sachs propelled the Dow to an all-time high, rising 2.1%. Sentiment was also lifted by strong economic data out of China. Chinese industrial production rose 6.2% in November on a year-over-year basis, topping expectations. Retail sales in China also jumped 8% last month. The U.S. and China announced Friday they'll move forward with the so-called Phase 1 trade deal. As part of the agreement, the U.S. will roll back some levies on Chinese products, and China will increase its purchases of U.S. agricultural products. Related item from MSN.com. The U.S. economy is heading into 2020 at a pace of steady, sustained growth after a series of interest rate cuts and the apparent resolution of two trade-related threats mostly eliminated the risk of a recession. This marks a dramatic turnaround in momentum since August, when some forecasters predicted a 50% chance of a downturn starting by the end of next year. Related item from CNBC. A stronger economy and a severe housing shortage have the nation's home builders feeling better than they have in 2 decades. Builder confidence in the newly built single-family home market jumped 5 points in December to 76, the highest reading since June 1999, according to the National Association of Home Builders / Wells Fargo Housing Market Index. Anything above 50 is considered positive. So tell me something, my friends. How come you and we tune into the news going back months and months and months, and all we hear are the supposed experts, and I love how that word is thrown around. The experts telling us we're on the cusp of a recession. We're just about to hit a recession. Everything's going to unwind. Recession, recession, recession. Are these people really experts, or are they ass clowns? My take is there are people who are given instructions. Go on TV and say recession as many times as you can in a 3-minute interview. They lie, and then they continue to be talked about as experts. They get big fat deals for books. They get speaking tours, and they actually know nothing because they're partisan fools. Donald Trump has revved up our economy, not through any magic hocus pocus, not through the force of his personality. He's taken solid, common sense steps that have been part of the Republican playbook for a very, very long time. He's cut taxes. He's cut regulation. He has renegotiated crappy trade deals that were put in place by Democrats and or hack politicians who know from nothing. These steps all by themselves, he's repatriating money from overseas. He's done all these things, and they're common sense things to do. Why didn't politicians before do them? Because politicians, as a class, don't want Americans to do that well. They want Americans to be dependent on government. They are the big government party, if you will. Well, Donald Trump doesn't play that game. He's not one of the hacks. He's not part of the establishment. He's not part of the swamp. Trump wants Americans to be prosperous and powerful and to have their hands on the levers of power of our government. That's why he's so despised, because he represents us. All this fantastic economic news, it gives truth to the the old bromide, the rising waters lift all boats. Boats are being lifted. Now, you remember hearing in the leftist press, CNN, MSNBC, all the other toilets, Trump's out there, he's cutting taxes for the rich, but not for middle class. Well, that's bunk. That's nonsense. The taxes have been cut for everyone who pays taxes. Now, for the bottom half of our economic society, they have not seen a tax cut for a very, very good reason. They don't pay taxes. Half of Americans don't pay income tax. So no, their taxes have not been cut because there are no taxes. Among the people who pay taxes, the middle class and the wealthy, we've all gotten tax cuts thanks to Trump. The economy is humming along thanks to Trump. Record numbers. By now, we're closing in on 8 million brand new jobs created in less than 3 years that Trump has been in office. Regulations that bogged down and gummed up our economy have been thrown out. NAFTA is gone. All those ecological deals, the TPP and others that would have wrecked our economy, Trump threw them on the garbage heap. He's been a one-man wrecking crew against the swamp, and that's why they're screeching. That's why they're going on with this bogus, laughable, ludicrous impeachment farce for months and months and months. And they're not going to give it up because they've literally got nothing else to offer America except divisiveness, lies, slander, and impeachment. The Democrats are completely for crap, while Donald Trump is proving to be a real-life superhero, coming to the rescue in any number of ways. And there, we started the show before the year ended with good news. It's Monday. It's Real Truth. We'll be back.